Right. Hi everybody, this is Helen, your Stamping Up demonstrator from Bell Block in New Zealand. It's nice to be here today. And as you can see, I've got my little granddaughter Ayla here. She's going to join me for my Facebook Live today. So that's really great. So she's having a day with Nana. Hey, so what's been happening? I've had a few classes this week and caught up with a few ladies, which has been great. Alana and Irene came on Monday for the scrapbook day on Monday. And Madison's gone to kindy today, so Madison's missing out on catching up at Nana's, eh? Yeah. So I thought I'd share with you a technique that I did a few weeks ago in class. We've been doing a little bit of faux silk card making, so I thought I'd show you something and just something which I've had a lot of fun with. So Ayla's going to sit over a little bit further and she's going to have a go after me and we'll share what we do. So you're going to hop on your seat, love, and I will put you down to the table. Let's see, and I will make sure it's coming through onto my page like it should be. Oh yes, here we go. Right. So I thought I probably need to go back this way a fraction, don't I? Okay, right. Now, I'm using a few inks and I'm using a stamp set labelled with love. So labelled with love. Just see if I can get this to go down a fraction. There we go. That's probably better. So labelled with love is a stamp set which comes as a bundle in the catalogue. And it is on page 58, and it's this beautiful stamp set here. So there's a lot of pieces in there that are really nice to use. It comes with either a punch as a bundle or as the little dies, okay? So you can choose either one. I love punches as far as classes go. They're quick and easy, but dies can be really good to create some of these windows and things. So I'm going to use that today. And I'm also going to be using tissue paper. So I've got a piece of tissue paper, so I'll move my stamp set and that aside, and I'm just going to bring in a piece of scrap paper first of all. So I've just got a piece of tissue, just normal tissue, this size here, and we're going to put some colours onto our tissue. So I'm using pumpkin pie. This is my old pumpkin pie ink pad, but you just need to put colour onto your tissue in different places. Okay, just like that. It's a bit hard with the tissue because it wants to move when you're sponging, so sometimes it's easier to just dab down and drag it around where you need it to be. Use your finger on top of your brush and that gives you a little bit more control. Okay, just like that. So I'll give that one to Ayla and you can do your piece of tissue, love. And then I'm going to use cherry cobbler. I quite like cherry cobbler, it's a nice colour, and we'll just put some cherry cobbler on there. As I say, just wherever you want to put it, there's no right or wrong, you just put it wherever you want to and just rub it around, that's right, just like that. Okay, now this piece is larger than my cardstock. And there's a reason for that, and I'll show you that shortly. Right, that might be enough cherry cobbler. And another brush. So the blending brushes come in sets of 3, and it's great because you can have different brushes for different colours. You can wash them out after you use, just put them under some water, dab them, get the ink out of them. But I quite like having some that are just, like this might be for green, and that might be for blues and things like that. It just makes it a bit easier. I wash them out between that at times, but you still, sometimes they stain, so it's easy to just have a few different brushes with different colours in them. So that looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that, with the colours in there. Just put colour wherever you want it to be, really. So that's quite a nice colour range there. So I'll put that aside so Ayla can do those as she's ready. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring in a piece of Very Vanilla. Now I'm using Very Vanilla because of these autumny colours. I think they will go really nice with the Very Vanilla. And this piece is 9.2 Should be 9.5. Is it 9.5? Let's have a look. No, this is a smaller piece. 9.5 by 13.8. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to bring in some of my Tombow glue. So Tombow glue is a great glue, and a lot of people didn't know that the second end is the flat end like this. So you just put your glue on and just put it on everywhere like that. You want to make sure that your glue goes to your edges, okay, and just use that end piece to drag your glue along, just like that, and then bring it down this way. Perfect. So then it's completely covered with glue. Okay, just try and make sure that you don't have any big lots of glue, because you want it to be pretty spread out, pretty well spread out. There we go, just like that. I'll put my lid on my glue, put that aside. Right, and then with a piece of tissue, we're going to scrunch it up like this. So that's good. Scrunch it up into a little ball, lots of creases in it, and then we just open it out very gently. Now, when you're opening this out, you don't want to flatten it out, okay? You really want as many wrinkles on it as possible. Okay, just bring it out just gently like that, and like this. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put it down on the tissue. So you want the wrinkles, because that is what is going to give this amazing effect. So just make sure the edges are about where they need to be, like so. And then you just tap it down, okay? Tap it down. There's a little piece here I've missed. See if I can pull this out a fraction. Go near the edge. There we go. Just like that. Now I'll just grab my old pair of scissors. Just a moment. How are you going there, love? Good girl. Right. And if we lift this up, I'm just going to flip it over, and we are just going to, so I'm just using my old scissors. I didn't want to use my good Stampin' Up scissors because you get glue all over them. So I just use a pair of old scissors, and I'm just going to cut this along the edge of my cardstock and trim any excess tissue off there. Like so. Oh, that silly cough of yours, eh, Ayla? That's why Ayla's home from school today, from kindy today. Right, let's just keep doing this.
And we're not going to kindy.
No, that's right. Just seeing if there's any comments. No. Just trying to keep an eye on who's there, but I can't really see who's there. So if you're there, say hello. It's nice to know someone's watching and sharing in our time with our Facebook Live. Right, let's have a look here. So there we go. So I've trimmed all that off. Just push these pieces down near the edge, and I'll get rid of those little scrappy bits. Right, so that's our little piece that we'll use on our card. Okay, I've just missed a little bit just there. Aren't the colours beautiful? I love these colours. They're like my favourite colours. Right, I can move that piece of paper aside now. And so I'm going to grab a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. So this is going to be my base of my card. Okay, so that's just half a sheet of A4, which is 21 centimetres by 14.8. Grab my bone folder. That's that. And then I'm going to get a piece of cardstock. I've got quite a few pieces here cut, and it's like, oh, which one's a which? Because I've got some cut that are a little bit larger. Let's have a look. Yes, that's the one. So this one here is 10 centimetres by 14.3. So that's another vanilla piece. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to make a label. And for my label, I've got a piece of scrap paper. And I've mounted the stamp from the set. Good girl. That one there. And I'm just going to Versamark that onto my piece of vanilla. Like so. Okay, lift that off. And then I'm bringing in my gold embossing powder. Now I keep mine in a little tray like this with a spoon. It just makes it a little bit easier, and I can just drop it into here as I emboss, as I sprinkle the powder on. So there we go. So that's my outline done. The other thing that we need to do is we need to, on this piece here, I might just bring my scrap paper back in. I'm just going to use my Versamark, and I'm just going to lightly tap on the piece I have just glued on there. So you just want it light because you're just wanting the Versamark to go on the top of your creases, okay? So I'll put that aside and then bring this back in, and we will get a little bit of this embossing powder, and you're just going to sprinkle it on. And you probably can't see on through the camera, but a little bit of embossing powder is attaching to where the Versamark landed on the little creases. Okay, so looking at it there, you probably can't see, it looks very dark, but the magic will happen. So I'm going to start my heat tool up. Now my heat tool is going to be noisy, so I'm sorry for that, but hopefully it won't be for long. Okay, so I'll just put these things aside, and first of all I will heat my label. So just a moment, wait till it warms. And I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but when it's ready, it changes and it becomes shiny. There we go. And the same will happen with this. So hopefully you can see that changing. Changes like magic. Turn it round. You've got to be careful, like that's hot. So if I put this up here, hopefully the light might catch it, and you might be able to see the nice shimmery gold happening. Can you see it's really cool. Right, so now all we need to do is for our label, so our label has been heat embossed. I'm now going to grab the red ink, the cherry cobbler ink, and we're just going to stamp our happy birthday. Now this is really hard without being straight over top of it. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, and I'll get my punch, and we're going to punch that out just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this other piece of cardstock in. Now I'm going to attach the piece I've just done with the beautiful gold on there, and I'm going to put it onto a piece of vanilla because it helps pop the colours. But because we've heated that now, it sort of bends with the heat, so I'm going to use tear and tape to connect that like so. So faux silk is something I did years ago and I haven't done it for a long time, so it's been quite nice to redo that. I'll put a little bit in the middle. We'll just use my pick me tool to get that off. Now, just a little hint, and I find this is quite easy. When I'm going to peel this off, I'll just fold a little piece back on that side and a little piece back on this side. And I'll do the same with these pieces here. Just fold a little bit back like that and a little bit back like this. Now, oops. Oh, I can't see anything on my screen today. I don't know why. But never mind. Right, and then when you're sitting it on, you can sort of position the corners that haven't got the tape peeled off. Just put them in the right place. And then when you've got them in the right place, hold it down and then peel these little pieces off, and it makes it so much easier than trying to put it down, because this tape will grab, and once it's decided to grab to the piece underneath, it's hard to lift it. Okay, so this is an easier way to do it. Right, that's my piece, and then that's going to go onto here. But before that goes onto there, I'm going to use this beautiful ribbon. Now this is the iridescent ribbon. It's stunning, and it looks like it could be white, but when you put it over here, it picks up all the beautiful golds and colours that are coming through that card. So I'm just going to cut a piece off there. And so to attach it along the bottom there, I'm just going to use a little bit of my tear and tape. Just like that.
You know,
so we'll just
looks so beautiful.
It is looking so beautiful. That's very good, love. A little bit more green, eh? That olive colour, that would be really nice. Ayla loves playing in Nana's classroom, and she's very creative, and she really wanted to make this card. So when we're finished, I will put up a photo of Ayla's card as well. Right. Oops, that got caught there. Yeah, that's cute. But I don't know whether you can see those iridescent colours, but they're shining through really lovely. Through the back there. Perfect. Now, I might just do tear and tape on here as well, just because I've got that out, and it's just as easy to throw that over top of your ribbon. So we'll just put that along there. And along there, and that will hold it on securely. Right, so we'll just again do what we did last time, just slide a little bit of that sideways. That is beautiful, love. You got ink on your fingers. Nana does that all the time too. Right, that's very good. Now I'm just going to position that onto my card base. There's a card base, love. You can fold that in half. Oh, and you've got one over there folded in half already. You can screw up your tissue, love.
What?
You screw up your tissue next.
I want next. Now.
Yep. Screw the tissue up. Screw it up into a little ball.
I mean, not want to.
Okay. Right. Nana's just going to put this on.
I mean, not want.
Just like that. And then all I need to do now is to put my little label on. So I'll put that on with some pop-ups. I might just use small pop-ups because I want them to go along the bottom edge and the top edge. So the ribbon will go through the middle of it. So we'll just take them off. Oops.
What now?
I will get you some glue. Right, so we'll put this along here like that. And then the only other thing is I've got these beautiful pearls here, iridescent pearls, so we might put a couple of those on. Unfortunately, with the video, you don't really see how beautiful these colours are and how gorgeous this looks.
On that paper?
But I may be able to photograph it, and you'll be able to see a little bit better how it looks. Okay, so the gold is absolutely stunning, and unfortunately it's a bit hard to show you that. But that's my card for today. So it is a faux silk, and I did a card for my specialty class a few weeks ago, and I had this idea in my head of doing something like this. So this is one we did at specialty class a couple of weeks ago. This is different colour range. This is with the beautiful blues and pinks and silver. So that again, and see that's, you're seeing the colours so much nicer with that than you do with the gold. But the gold's really nice for an autumny card. So the that's really nice. So, apart from that, what else is happening in my life? I am getting ready for a class, and not this weekend, the weekend after, using these beautiful papers. So these are the papers called Unbounded Beauty. Really gorgeous papers. Absolutely love them. And so I've got a couple of cards I've been making, and yeah, looking forward to that. So it's not this weekend, it's next weekend. This here's one of the cards, which ties in a bow and then opens out like that, which is amazing. And then another card that I have made is like this. So that's gorgeous as well, and that opens out. So another really sweet card. So that's going to be fun. So I'm getting ready and cutting all my packs for that. And then I've got specialty cards next week. But this is our card for today, our faux silk. And if you do make a faux silk card, please share it with me so I can share it with everyone else, okay? Love to do that. Now, what else is coming up this week? Yeah, just specialty cards, really. We have bonus coupons from yesterday onwards. So bonus coupons is a time when you can put an order through for $110 or more, and you can get an $11 coupon for every $110. So that's a really good time, a very busy time. And yeah, I think that's about all that's happening at the moment. So thank you, Ayla. Thanks for joining us. It's been really nice that you were able to help Nana today. We will finish Ayla's card, and then I will post that on our page as well. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
See you next week. That would be lovely. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. If you have any questions about the card I've made today or the products we've used, please just send me a message and I can help with that. If there's any products you're wanting to purchase, you can go to my online shop at www.helenmckeown.stampinup.net. Okay, that's us for today, and I'll see you next week. I don't know about you. I think you'll be at Kindy Love. But anyway, you say bye to everybody. Say bye for now.
Bye. I'll see you next week.
Okay. Ayla thinks she's seeing you next week. Okay, see you later. Bye for now. How do I stop that?
Nana?
I couldn't get it to work, love. Oops.
Nana, help me.